This video was adapted from an article written by Beth McMurray for MASH.com. It's the battle of the Burger Titans. In the red corner, it's Five Guys. In the blue corner, it's Shake Shack. Who's the winner? Let's find out. There's one thing you'll never see in a Five Guys kitchen: a freezer. Each morning kicks off with a flurry of activity as patties are shaped, veggies are sliced, and the crew prepares for that day's service. They're not prepping for tomorrow or next week either. It's all taken one day at a time. So whatever day you walk into a Five Guys, you know you're getting a cheeseburger made from the freshest ingredients.
I love coming to a place that's got real hamburger meat that's fresh in the morning. If I can find those places, that's where I'll stop every time.
The chain's standard cheeseburger is a double whammy of deliciousness. 2 beef patties with 2 slices of American-style cheese melting in between. This 2-patty approach originates from the early days, when the Morrell family was perfecting their soon-to-be legendary burger. They realized that a large burger dries out on the inside because it takes so long to cook. The solution? 2 thinner patties that balance a crisp exterior with a juicy interior. Each patty is served up on a toasted sesame seed bun with your choice of toppings and sauces. Want onions, lettuce, tomatoes, pickles, relish, jalapeno peppers, green peppers, or mushrooms? You've got it. How about mayo, mustard, ketchup, barbecue sauce, hot sauce, or A1 sauce? It's all yours. Meet the star of Shake Shack, the Shack Burger. This burger comes as either a single with 1 beef patty or a double with 2. Each patty comes from a proprietary blend of 100% all-natural Angus beef, raised free of added hormones and antibiotics. The company earns high grades for its meat, too. In a 2018 joint report from the Center for Food Safety, Consumer Reports, and other organizations, Shake Shack received an A grade for sourcing beef raised without antibiotics. Along with BurgerFi, it was one of only 2 burger chains to receive this grade. The default Shack burger also comes with melted American cheese, lettuce, tomato, and Shack sauce. And like so many of the best cheeseburgers, that creamy, zesty sauce is shrouded in secrecy. While the actual recipe remains a mystery, rumors murmured in culinary circles have suggested that dill pickles are the secret ingredient in Shake Shack's sauce. The Shack sauce adorns a toasted potato bun, and for no extra charge, you can also add pickles, sliced onions, and a side of Shack sauce if you like extra. While the menu has plenty of options, polls show that the Shack Burger ranks as fans' favorite sandwich at Shake Shack. Five Guys and Shake Shack both throw down with patties made from fresh, never-frozen ground beef. Both chains have also mastered the art of the smash burger technique. Patties pressed firmly on a sizzling griddle, creating a caramelized crust that seals in the juicy goodness and flavor. But the flavor of one of these patties far outmatches the other.
We really harness everything that's great about comfort food and amplify it.
During my taste test, I found that, while both restaurants cook patties that are largely similar in size, color, and texture, Shake Shack's beef is just that much better. Five Guys is great, sure, but side by side, the beef in a Five Guys cheeseburger comes off tasting a little dull. So what gives Shake Shack patties the edge when it comes to flavor? It could be the custom 100% Angus beef blend. A favorite premium beef in the United States, Angus is celebrated for its marbled meat. And as any burger connoisseur will tell you, marbling means flavor. You can't talk about cheeseburgers without talking about cheese. Five Guys have stuck with Kraft American cheese slices since first opening for business in 1986. The restaurant likes this cheese for its creamy melt and mild flavor that never quite overpowers the 2 beef patties in a standard cheeseburger. Five Guys' standard cheeseburger includes 2 pieces of cheese, but the chain does something quite unusual with the cheeseburger's construction. Instead of a patty with cheese stacked on another patty with cheese, cooks place the 2 pieces of cheese between the 2 patties. This approach leads to a unique result. When I opened my cheeseburger, I found a beautiful cheesy mess inside, with that melted Kraft cheese seeping in, around, and out of the burger. Shake Shack also pledges allegiance to American cheese, but instead of relying on Kraft, Shake Shack sources its cheese from Wisconsin, the heartland of dairy goodness. You'll find 1 delicious piece of cheese on the classic single Shack burger and 2 on the double Shack burger. Either way, the result is not nearly as cheesy as a Five Guys cheeseburger. So while Shake Shack's choice of cheese is arguably better, Five Guys is the real winner here, if only because they offer the cheesier cheeseburger. What goes on a cheeseburger besides cheese? Well, at Five Guys, you've got a choice of over 250,000 topping combinations. Bacon does cost extra, but all the other toppings are on the house, from sauces such as ketchup, mustard, and A1 steak sauce to veggie additions like lettuce, tomato, jalapenos, and savory grilled mushrooms.
How do you do it? Letting the food talk for itself. Freshness, being simple.
Over at Shake Shack, bacon also costs extra, along with a small charge for cherry peppers. The menu of freebies includes lettuce, tomato, pickles, sliced onions, as well as the company's signature Shack sauce. Though the list is shorter, I found the Shake Shack toppings to have more of that fresh from the garden vibe. The Roma tomatoes, for example, were a vibrant red, perfectly sized and full of flavor, while I also found a lovely piece of green leaf lettuce draped elegantly inside the bun. Five Guys, on the other hand, used less ripe tomatoes and went for hand-torn lettuce, which tended to fall from the bun more easily. Overall, the toppings tussle is a tough one. Five Guys wins on quantity, but Shake Shack wins on quality. In the end, it's gotta be a tie. The Five Guys bun is the restaurant's only proprietary item. Baked fresh, 5 days a week, the ingredients include water, salt, sugar, vegetable shortening, milk, eggs, flour, yeast, and sesame seeds. They're sweeter and eggier than most buns. Some even say the Five Guys buns are more like cake than bread. The buns also get a nice toast on the grill, but unlike some other joints, Five Guys skips the butter or mayo coating. While Five Guys covets its proprietary bun, Shake Shack proudly uses Martin's potato rolls. These rolls are so popular that you'll find them in thousands of food spots throughout the United States and beyond. They're soft and buttery and come with the ingenious hinge feature, a little connection between the top and bottom halves that helps keep your cheeseburger together. Before serving, Shake Shack gives the inside of the bun a toasty, buttery finish. So which bun is better? They both get the job done, but neither one's stealing the spotlight from the cheeseburger itself. The Five Guys bun might get a tad soggy if it lounges around too long in its foil wrap, however. Since the Shake Shack bun holds up a bit better and features that clever little hinge, it wins the battle of the buns, but only by a crumb. Both Five Guys and Shake Shack make ordering a cheeseburger easy as ABC. Both restaurants offer easy-to-use apps and online ordering, with options for delivery or pickup, including the option to order ahead for pickup at a specified time. Ordering through the app or online also makes it easy to customize a cheeseburger just how you like it. If you're a more spontaneous diner, both Five Guys and Shake Shack welcome walk-ins. But fair warning, this experience can vary quite a bit depending on where and when you go. Both restaurants are known for long wait times, for example. Food also takes a while to make at both Five Guys and Shake Shack because everything is prepared and cooked to order. At a New York City branch of Shake Shack, it's not unusual to find a line out the door and hungry diners turning trash cans into makeshift tables.
Lo and behold, 100 people would wait in line. When we opened the second shack, we realized this was something special.
This is less likely to be a problem at Five Guys, as there are far more of them around, and you'll also have the restaurant's signature free peanuts to snack on while you wait. If you're on the hunt for a drive-thru, things get a little trickier. Five Guys is still playing hard to get when it comes to drive-thrus, though a few locations have introduced mobile pickup windows for those who like to plan ahead. Shake Shack, on the other hand, has expanded its drive-thru game recently, allowing you to order from the comfort of your driver's seat. Given how well that's been going, expect to see more Shake Shack drive-thrus rolling out in the near future. So, how about nutrition? Well, the Five Guys Little Cheeseburger with one beef patty contains 600 calories, 39.5 grams of carbs, 32 grams of total fat, and 690 milligrams of sodium. The standard Five Guys cheeseburger with two patties contains 980 calories, 40 grams of carbs, 55 grams of total fat, and 1,050 milligrams of sodium. These numbers don't include any of the many toppings options, of course, some of which will up the sodium count. At Shake Shack, a single Shack burger contains 500 calories, 26 grams of carbs, 30 grams of total fat, and 1,250 milligrams of sodium. A double Shack burger contains 760 calories, 27 grams of carbs, 48 grams of total fat, and 2,280 milligrams of sodium. While Five Guys tends to have more calories, carbs, and total fat, Shake Shack tends to have more sodium. With 2,280 milligrams, the double Shack burger contains more than the daily 2,000 milligram limit recommended by the World Health Organization. Fear not though, if nothing else, both Five Guys and Shake Shack cheeseburgers are packed with protein. Beef also offers many benefits beyond protein. It's an excellent source of iron, vitamin B12, and zinc. In moderation, beef can be part of a healthy diet. That's not to say cheeseburgers are a health food, of course. We might as well appreciate the nutritiousness we can find beneath all that melty cheese. Five Guys and Shake Shack aren't exactly known for value. Why, you might ask? Fresh, quality ingredients are a big part of why Five Guys is so expensive. The restaurant doesn't skimp on portions either. The standard cheeseburger features 2 beef patties and 2 slices of cheese. And if you get fries with that, you'll receive a bag overflowing with them.
Now, you can't have baseball without a bat. You can't have a burger without fries.
Like Five Guys, Shake Shack knows it's not the cheapest place to grab a burger. The restaurant embraces the concept of fine casual dining, which aims to offer the food quality of fine dining without the fuss of reservations or the fear of mispronouncing the word sommelier. This balancing act means you pay more than you would for a value meal, but less than the tip alone at some of Manhattan's finest restaurants. Prices will vary by location, but you'll likely find similar differences between the two chains. At my local Five Guys near San Francisco, a little cheeseburger cost $9.49. And a standard cheeseburger goes for $11.99. The pricing at the closest Shake Shack is a tad friendlier, with the Shack Burger going for $7.99 and the Double Shack Burger for $10.49. Based on these numbers, Shake Shack wins the pricing war, although not by much. On any given day, I'd be delighted to eat at either Five Guys or Shake Shack. They both serve fresh, tasty cheeseburgers after all. But someone's gotta win, don't they? When it comes to judging cheeseburgers, 2 categories in particular hold a lot of weight: the beef and the cheese. Shake Shack serves the tastier beef, but Five Guys steals the spotlight in the cheese department. This means each restaurant wins in a major category. So far, it's a tie. Looking at other categories, toppings are also important, but this one came out as a tie. Ease of ordering, another tie. Nutrition, let's be honest, there's no winner in that category. With everything neck and neck, the better burger is coming down to the lesser categories of buns and bucks. Notably, Shake Shack won the top bun contest and offered slightly better bang for your buck. Tallied all up, the trophy goes to Shake Shack, and they're a well-deserved victor. The beef is exceptional, the toppings pop, the sauce zests just right, and the bun wraps it all up with buttery comfort. But if it's any consolation to Five Guys, this was, in the end, a close-run race. One that was almost too close to call.